It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jackson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's brought down at the
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
1st down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he powers his way up past the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
And 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to air one out and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down, Baltimore.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And now the 3rd-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
He's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Dobbins running out of the gun. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and 12. Now Jackson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays,
You don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones to the right side to Eric Ebron. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there.
And 3.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
By the Ravens.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
18-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And 6 at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
The tackle
no gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
The play leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
19-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. Looking deep here for Ebron. It got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Washington. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Andre Washington, the ball.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Flush to his right. Looking look. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 13-7.
Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nursed a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 33. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They were looking for Johnson that time. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Now Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Dobbins. Room to run again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And the lead is now 13.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 20, Steelers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. And he completes it to Westbrook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Jones throwing after the interception. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30 here, 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jones now. Off play action. Flushed out right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones escaping the pressure right. He goes underneath to Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. You're seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And 11 at the 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2 yards.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts,
3 yards.
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is taken around the 12. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said,
he's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Jones on first down. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Marcus
here now is 2nd and 10. Again from the 41. Throwing again. Jones. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Johnson the intended target. And it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. They go screen. This is Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams